Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Spiritual Successor, a comedy video game design podcast where we take your horrible, nasty, atrocious video game ideas from all over the internet and turn them into the next AAA titles. I am your extra reverby host, AJ Hart.
And I'm your
That's
extra
right.
sound
did it
quality
again.
good. I know you've moved again, and that's why we got to do a little bit of a micro episode. But you know, AJ, have you ever thought about it? I know we just turned on the mics. I know we just we sat down, we said, "Hey, it's work mode," and then I went on to distract you for 15 minutes talking about random shit. Do you just want to
you're moving a mile a minute today, dog.
Do you just want to not record and just get back into the grind of Destiny? Because Witch Queen comes out. According to this podcast, I mean, is it day that this podcast releases or the day after?
Somebody has not been paying attention to any of the Destiny group chats that you're involved in because Destiny is at this moment locked down. Witch Queen is dropping. Witch Queen is releasing in 45 minutes or something like that. And as such, Destiny is turned off.
Wait, you're telling me I could be playing fucking Witch Queen in 45? All right, that's why that's the real reason why we're only recording 30 minutes.
I don't know when Witch Queen goes live exactly. I just know that it's happening within the next day or two.
You're not going to hear.
I won't be.
You're not going to hear.
I won't be playing it for another 4 days because I am a sucker who works for the man.
Because you're a responsible adult who has to edit wonderful Let's Plays and podcasts for the lovely people listening here. Oh, by the way, hello.
I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem with going in and slugging away at the 9 to 5.
Dude, I feel that. But you know what? You know what brings me great joy is I get to come here, get to hang out with my best bud, and we get to design horrible, nasty video game ideas that you, the lovely audience, submit to us on Twitter, Reddit. We haven't heard man, Reddit's a ghost town now.
Because we don't touch it. It's a ghost town because we left it alone.
Yeah,
it's like we looked at that and we didn't water it. We don't plant it. Yeah. We just looked at it and said, that's crazy that it died. We didn't play any Beethoven.
Did you hear about that? People play Beethoven to plants because they think it's good for them. I think it is good for them. It makes their vibes right. No,
and
I think that's unhinged. I think that's bananas. I think that is downright bananas. I'll get behind the carbon dioxide thing where you have to talk. If you talk to your plants, the carbon dioxide that's coming out of your gullet does help them.
But you don't believe that Beethoven's
because I can't picture anybody doing that without a fucking a gramophone. You know, the big copper looking tube and that has the heavy duty needle.
That's the problem. You're not thinking about it in a fun, cute way. Might I propose to you this? You have a pair of over-the-ear headphones wrapped around the pod of the plant.
Oh, I got one better for you. You're sitting next to a plant and you go old school style, where one earphone is in your ear and the other earphone is in the bud of the plant.
Yes. So you know what? Thank you for reminding me of that because there's a special level of school bus romance that comes with sharing an earbud like that.
Yeah, I
There's
never
an
experienced
intimacy
it.
that you have sharing your earbuds.
I have no idea what that's like. Do you have is that something? Is that something you did with your crush, your high school sweetheart?
Of course, that's something that I did with my high school crushes.
All right,
it's the greatest thing in the world.
All right, what kind of track were it? See, I mean, it's not the greatest thing in the world because then
hey Blake, let me get you in on a little secret strat that I used when I was in my youth. Track meets are all super duper far, and if you've got some good jams and some corded earbuds, you can sit next to your crush listening to music with them, and their head has to be near yours for 2 hours.
Wait, who did you date on your track team?
I didn't date anyone. I just had crushes, man. I wasn't killing
it. I mean, bro, they might have just been wanting to listen to music because they were bored.
Look, we get what we can get around here.
No, honestly, I know. Okay, I'm going to say this one thing, and then we got to jump into submissions because we do have a small episode. I hate listening to music or anything with just one earphone because it weirds the fuck out of my ears.
What about the romance of sharing the earbud?
They could just put them on the same Bluetooth as me. We live in the 21st century. We're cynical now. That's how we fucking do things. Do you want the first submission or do you want me to give the first submission?
I'll give the first submission.
Okay.
This submission comes from Max is streaming and wearing a mask. Max, get my coat. Ace Attorney style game for the Salem Witch Trials.
Okay, I want to preface this. I did ask AJ without any context before the recording of this episode. I was like, "Hey AJ, do you just want to be problematic this episode? Do you just want to like get a little saucy and problematic?" He's like being responsible.
This is what you were talking about?
This is what I was talking about. You
How did you want to turn this into a problematic thing?
Bro,
Go on.
It's the Salem witch trials. Incredibly problematic, where people got fucking killed because they were just said, because some people were like, hey, that person's a witch, all right, kill them, or take them to fucking
Stop. Okay, hold on, time out.
That's
There's something so fucking bizarre about the idea of looking at a historical time in history and being like, yo, that's pretty problematic. If I saw a witch hunter in today's day and age, I'd cancel him. Like, there's something weird about taking nowadays terminology like problematic and slapping it onto things that actually fucking happened in history.
No, AJ, you're forgetting the context is we are making a game about that thing. So by bringing it to the forefront as a video game, that then put that we are either glorifying it or highlighting it. And us making an Ace Attorney game where there's obvious, like, I don't know, like sexual, like fucking tension between the characters, or like it's kind of it's the Salem witch trials, but everybody's kooky before they burn to death. That's like, dude.
Okay,
I commit.
You.
No. Like, I commit to the bit. I commit to the bit.
We're doing. There's a part of these Salem witch trials that do feel like a goddamn like visual novel kangaroo court video game.
Which part?
For example, the idea that there were knives that people would like stab a quote witch with that were specially loaded to fall back into the handle, and then people would be like, "Look, she didn't bleed when I stabbed her with my fake knife."
Oh, so you're trying to distill. Okay, no, you're onto something here. So this is
the video game is looking at all the whack shit that they put women through during the witch trial and being like, okay, hold on, hold on.
I mean, you could do
what do you mean you tie rocks to her feet, and if she drowns, she's human, and if she floats, she's a witch? You understand where this is rough, right, bud?
I hate that so much. I remember hearing that as a kid, and like, I don't know, I don't know why, but like my history teacher back in middle school really loved like the gruesome stories. Probably has no bearing on how I turned out, but one of the they made us do this thing. I can't believe this is coming back to me. So
okay, I'm so excited to see what it is.
This is really fucked up. Okay. So the three big things that we did in this class. One is we had to, and this will come back to the Salem witch trials. Just trust me.
Okay. I have to trust you. You've taken the podcast.
We've had to basically make like crumpled up paper and basically write a diary on the last day of a child like living in the Donner Party before like they fucking died, and like it is like, hey, this is the message you're gonna send to the people that find you after you die.
What?
Yeah. That was one thing. Another one is there's this like this short story out there about these two brothers who became snipers on like, you know, the opposite sides of a war, and they asked us like, all right, you just killed your brother, write a story about what you do after that. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? What is happening?
Okay.
And then the final one is we had to do that like old paper thing again, and we had to basically we had to accuse other people in the class as who's witches, and we basically held our own little witch trial of trying to we basically did debate club, but it's the Salem witch trials. And looking back on that, Blake, as an adult,
what would be your
it's like, fuck, dude.
No, you can't tell me this and be like, whoa, so many memories are coming back. I'm desperate to know what your strat for catching a witch is.
My strat for catching a witch?
What's your witch catching strat?
I don't know. I kind of lean towards the, I just do the wrong thing and then beg for forgiveness afterwards. So I kind of leaned more towards, just toss them in the lake, and then, if they die, then we knew they were human. Like, then it clears their name. I kind of leaned a little bit towards that.
It's a classic.
But I also like the idea of shifting blame a lot, because I think that was one thing that happened in the book.
Yes, of course, the good old fashioned I cheated on my wife, but guys, it was a witch strat.
I got possessed, and that just made me really really randy, you know? So what's the game here? Other than us just making asses of ourselves?
Well, there's two games. We could either do the game. We could either do the game where we are a time traveler that has gone back in time and is trying to be like,
so
okay,
done
hold
with
on.
time travel. We've done time travel so many times, bro.
Now hear me out, then. What if you get to make the traps for the witches?
All right. Okay. Can I pitch?
What if you get to be the guy that invents the funny knife that the blade comes inside?
If we're leaning into this whole, like, we're going to make a cool game. I mean, this is not a cool game. We're going to make a game that should not be made. What do you could we do a reverse time travel story where the guy who invented all of those contraptions is teleported into modern day, and they try and bring the Salem witch trials to all of the crazy shit that they see in our time? Like, how many things do you think a fucking pilgrim would see today and be like, that's witchcraft? Like, that's fucking, like, if that dude saw me riding on my one wheel on a fucking sidewalk, he'd tackle me and put me on a stake because I'm floating. I'm a magician. So is that a route we can go, or do we want to go like...
There's a direct line between witch hunt and fake witch trial things and, like, normal prankster shit, right? Like...
What?
Explain
that.
Like
what?
Okay. A knife that, like, you stab it at somebody and it falls into the handle. Like, that's something that I know I've seen at, like, Party City for pranks.
Like electric cigarettes or fake shit. Yeah.
For
fake
electric...
vomit.
Yes. Fake vomit is absolutely witch propaganda. That's what I'm saying. It's like there has to be a line. Like, I feel like if we went back in time and I had a whoopee cushion and I got the priest really good with a whoopee cushion, he'd have me on a pyre by the end of the day.
Okay. Do you think... Okay, just to add a little bit of a spin on this.
Can we do a game where we go back in time and try to do as many pranks without getting called out as being a witch?
Can we... How about this? Can we do... You know, like how people do time capsules so, like, people 30 years later or 100 years later can find it? What if, like, people in the future leave time capsules for people in the past to find? It just... Technology's gotten that good. So what if we have some jokester in the year 2040... or 2400, and he's like, I'm gonna just leave this box full of classic pranks and just dump it in Salem circa whenever the witch trials happened. So you have you have this town that's fucking bored out of its mind. Like, the Pilgrim Times, boring as shit. Also, I do want to correct myself. I don't know if Pilgrim Times is that proper terminology, or is that like, hey, don't say that word? I honestly don't know. Is it colonial era?
Colonial era probably is the better term.
So forgive me if that is a bad term. I want us... I'm leaning into the problematic for the joke, but I also don't want to be realistically insensitive.
I'm trying to be problematic. I'm not trying to be insensitive.
Oh,
no,
I love
get
that.
it. You're a big advocate, you know?
I want that in a fucking shirt.
All those
so
guys
bad.
with the Netflix specials are right. There is a space for us to play. They just don't know where the line is.
So in Colonial, is there some sort of and this tells me about a series. Like, this is our Assassin's Creed, where we'd be like, okay, what's the box that's gonna get teleported into what time span, like into what era next? You know, like what?
This is our Assassin's Creed, an entire franchise of games that the whole concept is that you are part of a secret group of pranksters that is going around in different time histories.
No, they're not. They can't, like, this is a world where, like, you can't teleport living matter. You can only teleport, like, dumb tchotchkes and shit.
You don't want to do the idea of an ancient code of pranksters that have now wound up with their sacred code in the Salem witch trials, now trying to do pranks and being accused of being witches?
I love the idea of just you playing God, of, like, this society playing God and sending just boxes of random shit to different time zones and just seeing the chaos that envelops.
And was it just labeled witch detection? Like
it's scribbled on in Sharpie. It just says witch.
Yeah, and
it just says
that
witchcraft.
box includes knife with a funny prank where it comes inside. Whoopee cushion. Flower that shoots water.
Candles that don't blow out. Did they have birthday candles in colonial times? I don't know.
You know that I would not be shocked at all if I found out that the reason why the funny birthday candles that don't blow out exist in the real world, if it was because of the goddamn witch trials.
You know, that brings up an interesting question. When did something like that become a joke versus... Sorry, when was it like people looked at something like that, and like what point in history was it like, ha, not, oh my God, the devil is at play here?
Yeah,
you know what
because
I mean?
You're right. Because like back in the witch trials, if I like tied rocks to my friend's feet and threw them into the water, like, oh no. But like nowadays I can do it totally fine. It's a funny prank.
Yeah, that has aged the same way as candles that don't blow out properly. All right.
Do you want to give me another video game idea? We've wasted half of the episode on this.
Hey, you know what? I had fun dipping into that space with you. So this one comes to us on, I was going to say Reddit, but I'm clearly looking at Twitter. Twitter. Hooah! All right. This one comes to us on Twitter, Sorus at Sorus123, a roguelike game where you control the dinosaur who got summoned into a medieval fantasy world. There is nothing magical about your character. You are literally a regular dinosaur wreaking havoc over a fantasy land. Each time you spawn, you become a different type of dinosaur. AJ, is there a way we can combine dinosaur with isekai? Like dino, like not dino DNA, dino isekai. All right, so fuck. Hold on. Actually,
no,
really,
keep going. I feel like I'm just like looking over you, like from a high balcony, watching you like mess around with bricks. You ever seen like a monkey try to find out what hole the little squares are supposed to fall into, and they're just banging it against the lid, trying to find out where the star-shaped block goes? That's what I'm doing right now. Keep on banging these things together.
So,
no, keep going. You almost have it. It's in there. Yeah, Isekai. No, go on.
Hold on.
Dino-kai.
No. So I looked up. I was trying to find a shitty isekai like dinosaur name, and then, like one of the first things that came up was Chuck Tingle, and I'm like, okay, now can we make a Chuck Tingle like dinosaur isekai thing? I feel like we've talked about Chuck Tingle on the show, right?
Here's the thing that I know about Chuck Tingle is that I've seen maybe one video bit. No, I've seen actually a couple of his YouTube videos, and they're pretty good. But I feel like he might more commonly be known for his weird book titles.
Yes.
Which I think is a shame because I think his stand-up their stand-up is significantly
Wait, really?
better.
They do stand-up? No.
Have you not seen Chuck Tingle stand-up?
No, that's fucking... What? Oh my God. I'm so excited.
There's an incredible bit about them being in a bathhouse trying to find clothes that are the correct size for them.
Oh my God.
Please watch Chuck Tingle stand-up comedy routines.
Okay. I will definitely do that. But one thing... of Nerdist of all places, there is a article that just lists a bunch of romance novels that are about dinosaurs. And can I please read you some of them? Because fuck,
hit me with a dinosaur romance.
Having the Dinosaur's Baby by Jane Roe, T-Rex Made Me Gay by Hunter Fox, Taken by the T-Rex by Christy Sims and Alara Branwen. Love that one because it was a joint venture. How do you...
That was a collab.
Eternal Craving. That one's a little bit more poetic. I like that. And then
I like that one because it's kind of like hiding that it's a dinosaur thing. You know what I mean? Like you could pick that book up, get like 5 chapters in it, and be like, a dinosaur?
It has a quote next to it.
What's the quote?
Shedding all human thoughts, he mounted his primitive soul for a last wild ride.
A lost wild ride.
Last ride.
Can I get that in my obituary somehow?
Okay,
Blake, do we have a game here?
Yes, we have you're teleported as a dinosaur that teleports into medieval fucking era, and you have to balance. There's 2 stats in this game. There's your dinosaur ability and your which is like all of your combat, all of your badassery, and then your sexy meter. So it's like you have to balance.
So anyway, this video game submission comes from Barry B. Coltrane on Twitter at Nonamo31.
I was on to something good. I was on to something good. People would play. If there is a fucking Nerdist article based around like the top Nerdist, one of the biggest fucking geek things online. I mean, maybe not anymore, but like they're
Hello, how's it going? Welcome to what's the countdown channel? You know the one.
Watch Mojo.
Welcome to
Watch
Mojo. Top 3 dinosaur horny games. Number 3, Doritos Dino Dash. Number 2, this fucking thing that Blake just came up with. Number 1. What's the most dinosaur fucking game I know of?
I feel, isn't Mortal Kombat have a dinosaur lady? The one that has like the really sharp teeth, who's kind of like raptor-esque?
I don't think they're dinosaur ladies. I think they're just women's that got lots of teeth.
Fuck, that's also very cool. But no, like, okay, hold on.
There is a reptile in Mortal Kombat. I'll give you $1 if you know his name.
Reptar.
It's Reptile.
So okay, all right.
Wait, because did you just guess Reptar from the fucking?
Yes, from Rugrats, boy. Fucking catch up with me. So okay. So this is what I'm thinking for this because I commit to the fucking bit, and I don't think I've seen this submitter before, and I want to use this bit. So AJ, take a ride with me. Take a visual.
Is it one last ride?
It's one.
I don't remember if it was lost or last.
AJ, throw away your human thoughts, AJ, and mount this primitive soul for one last ride.
God, that is a good line, is the thing.
So, you are a dinosaur, and your goal is to romance your way up to the throne because you want to become King Dino or Queen Dino or just Royal Dino. You want to become part of the court. But this is like Crusader Kings level where there is just a bunch of different routes to go about this endeavor or this desire of yours. So you obviously are in crusade times. And if a fucking crusade knight saw you, like, they would be like, hey, that's a dino, I gotta kill it. So you have to walk this fine political line of like a dino out of water tale where you're just in a world you don't understand, having to learn all these new customs, these new ways of surviving, and then to get that primo kiss from the royal court. But if you die along the way, that dino dies or whatever. And you spawn as a new dino that has new stats, that has, like, you don't get to pick your stats, like, at the outset.
I was about to say, are we doing, like, a real Crusader of Kings 3 type thing where, like, you have your dinosaur, you have all of your dinosaur stats, you don't control, it is a political intrigue game.
It is a political intrigue game.
You are watching nations grow and fall and trying to find the one human that would love your incredible skin.
That would love you for who you are, for all of the scales that you have on your skin. This is a story about acceptance, AJ. This is a story about love in its purest form.
It's a story about dinosaur dick.
I wasn't going to be that crude with it. I wanted to go the Eternal Cravings route where it was like more suggestive rather than
it. I see you.
I got another quote for you. This is
This
is from Gay T-Rex Law Firm, Executive Boner by Chuck Tingle. I let out a sigh. Guess I'm fucking these dinosaurs tonight.
Okay, I have to be real with you, Blake. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I don't respect that Chuck Tingle's book is there.
Really?
Here's the reason why. You were reading through this list, and any book that Chuck Tingle has released, we know is a fucking bait. I don't want Chuck Tingle's fucking a dinosaur's eating my butt. I don't want that fucking shit. What was the name of the one that was just a romance book except it had a dinosaur in it?
Eternal Cravings. Yeah,
that's the shit I'm here for.
Do you want to see like the? Do you want to like hear the fucking? Wait, hold on. Let me read. What the fuck? Oh, what? This plot to this is fucking weird. Okay.
What is it? Eternal Cravings, or is it the Chuck Tingle one?
This is. Eternal Cravings follows Al, a man with the soul of an Allosaurus who must quell his most primal urges when he crosses paths with a reporter named
Allosaurus is so good.
With a reporter named Jenna Malloy in the city of Philadelphia, part of a larger mythology, and Banks... parentheses, and Bang's Gods of the Night series. Eternal Cravings is more for seasoned paranormal readers who want a sensual story with a little more teeth. Okay.
No, because it would have the same amount of teeth because it's just a guy in a human's body.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, hey, that's like the fucking cheap way out. Like, nah, we go full dino or we go no dino.
I want somewhere in between. I can't have Chuck Tingle's fucking clown ass over here doing their funny bits, but I need something with more scales than Eternal Cravings.
Okay.
They can't all be the one with the last ride, huh?
That's our fucking. I mean, that's the game. That's what our game is about. Like, we get to make our dream gay dino game, HA.
This game is just as dinosaur and just as not dinosaur as you want. It's perfectly crafted for your level of dinosaur desirability.
Maybe that's the only stat you get to pick. Like, I'm taking like the micro RPG route where
that's
it's like
the only stat you can control is dinosaur percentage.
Mm-hmm. Dinosaur. Well, it's like a honey heist where it's like, hey, you have to be, how human are you versus how bear are you? You know, it's like, hey, if you act like a human, you are smarter and you don't fucking lose control and go on like, you know, a bear attack.
Dinosaur rampages.
But you also can fall to the selfishness that humans have. But on the other side is, if you're too bear, you just go fucking killing people and you can't think logically. So is that the route that we can go with this of like, hey, if you're too dino, you just go on a fucking rampage and you murder your way across the kingdom.
Well, I think much like Crusader Kings, it's a little bit out of your control. Based on the stats that you have, there will be prompts. Things will happen. Sometimes you'll do a Doritos Dino Dash. Sometimes you'll do a wear back. And you go really mean for like a day, and then you're back to being everyone's cool friend. And everyone throws a big parade for you, and they love you.
So the rogue energy of like, I don't play a whole lot of
the rogue energy comes from the fact of like your dinosaur can and will die, and if it does, it resets the game.
Well, I'm trying to think of like, what is the advancement between levels beyond
experience, knowledge, understanding the engines and how they can come in and out. Again, you're going to need to play the game a couple of times before you find out that one nation really does create the wear-back dinosaur smoke that makes you really mean and angry. But you won't know that off of one play.
Could you do a thing where it's like every time you respawn, this is like Groundhog's Day, but with dinos and kissies. So the day resets, or like the month resets or whatever, and everything you've learned in your past runs can apply to this new run. So it's like, hey, you went to one kingdom that fucking hates allosaurs, but they love raptors. So you know when you die as the allosaur, but you spawn as a raptor, it's like, oh, I could go back to that kingdom and see what stories or little side paths I can unlock now that I'm a raptor. So you take it back to NES days where you have to like physically write your pathways and be like, hey, what's the game plan for this place? What's the game plan for that place? It's just something very Sierra game in that way, where it's like, hey, I gotta mentally keep track of all of the crazy pathways. And there's two ways to win. There's the dino way to win, where you conquer the whole land as your dino, and you're the fucking lead dino standing over a fucking mountain of dead Crusader bodies. That'd be rad. And
then there's the way that you come into power through your nobility, through the nobility of which you've married into, because you don't have royal blood, you have dinosaur blood.
Yeah.
But you've gained power, you've gained favor with all the nations, you've invited the correct people onto your court.
This is so stupid. This is so fucking... All right, what's our... Hey, this is one of my favorite games we've made in a long time. I gotta say, I'm having a lot of fun with it. What do we call it?
Do you want to name it then? I saw you because this is the game that we started at the very beginning, and I saw you trying desperately to mash Isekai and Dinosaur together. Do you want to keep banging your head against that for a little bit and see if you can get anything?
Okay, hold on. So let me... Dino words.
Yeah.
Words that contain...
Hey, Blake, I'm so sorry to do this to you. I have one in my back pocket. You let me know when you're exhausted, and I'll just give it to you.
Okay, I'll give you a couple, and we'll see if we can't knock anything loose. And then
yeah.
This is me like setting you up for the alley-oop on the court. Okay.
No. I have it. Here's the thing: is I'm in the back. I'm way in the back. I'm so far in the back. I'm way downtown.
You're gonna score that,
and I have a perfect line. Honestly, I've already done it. I've already gone into the future. I've made the shot. I've come back in time to watch you. Mm-hmm. Let's see if you can do it. And if you can't, then we'll go ahead and run my incredible line.
Is it Love Crusade or like...
No, it's not Love Crusade. Hey, Blake, does that have the word dinosaur in it?
No, it doesn't, but it has Crusade in it, which is also appropriate to the time. Fossil Crusade, Fossil Love. Ooh,
keep going.
Love fossils.
Love fossil might be something.
Your ass is in my face. No.
Love fossil's a little bit of a problem because it does just sort of feel like adjective noun, which isn't super hot.
Yeah, I mean, like, you gotta... It's also gotta be, like, kind of... It's gotta have that little bit of zest, because this is forbidden love,
It has to have some zest. It has to,
it's gotta have that like, eternal cravings.
At least a little bit powerful. Yeah.
You know, like, taken by the T-Rex. T-Rex made me...
Or, you know, I'm just saying, like, perhaps it doesn't need to be too passionate because, again, like, it's dealer's choice.
All right, you got this. You got us.
Jurassic High.
Jurassic Con?
Jurassic High?
That sucks.
You were the one over here trying to put dinosaur and isekai together for 20 minutes. What do you mean?
You just took Jurassic and took the I out of isekai and just said Jurassic-ai. Like, what?
Yeah.
People aren't gonna get that. I got teleported to another world as a dinosaur. There you go. That's the fucking...
No, we're not doing that bit again. Okay. I think Jurassic High is good.
No, but it doesn't say it. It's not on the tin. Like, what is it? Like, also,
it's a Jurassic dinosaur, and it's been transported into another place. What do you mean it doesn't say it on the tin?
People aren't going to put two and two together that Sakai is isekai. Jurassic-ai?
In today's day and age, I think people will know that.
It's just like, I think people are going to look at that and think like, oh, he's saying Jurassic funny. He's just saying Jurassic, but like with extra letters on the end of it. Here, hold on.
You're right.
Let's take 30 seconds. Let's take 30 seconds. You and me. Let's both think about it. Just total silence. Total silence.
Can we make it a weird back?
Can I have one for
tactical game?
No.
Can we just make it a weird back game?
No, I have one for you.
Okay, hit me.
Scales, swords, and sexuality.
That's just now. What?
Okay, what the fuck do you want from me then? I'm sitting here trying. I'm making it something that's identifiable. Our scaly friends are fucking just not happy with us, are they?
Are you sure you aren't coming around on Jurassic yet?
No, I am fairly sure I am not coming around on that one. Okay. Could we do something like Dinosaur Court? You know, like it's a play on Kangaroo Court, but we're also like a dinosaur trying to work our way up.
It's also a little bit playing on courting somebody.
Yeah. Okay. Dino Court. But that sounds like a basketball game. Fuck. Shit. Who knew naming dinosaur games was hard?
Now, Blake, I don't want to advocate for plagiarism.
Yeah.
But could you just go down the list of more dinosaur romance novels and we'll see if we can't shake anything loose?
What do you think I fucking typed into Google 30 seconds ago.
I've already been trying to plagiarize.
What the fuck is this? Oh yeah, this is a book series. My girlfriend is a T-Rex. I forgot about this.
Oh, the manga series?
Yeah,
the manga is a T-Rex?
The manga series, yeah. That's a wait, hold on. Okay. Speaking of stealing, is it like my queen is a T-Rex? You know, like playing on that thing of like when people worship hot women or beautiful, strong women, they say queen, what a queen. Could we play on that?
We could do that. We'd just do my queen as a T-Rex. Hey, bud, look deep in yourself. Is that anything?
I gave you scales, swords, and sexuality. How about this? I'll get a little bit sexier with it. Scales, swords, and sensuality. Nope, not into it. I can just tell.
It's such a mouthful for a video game, isn't it? Can we get the word tyrannic in there?
Ooh, tyrannic love, dude. Tyrannic love, because kings are tyrants. Like, so you say
yes, you see the tyrant connection. Yeah, that's there.
Tyrannical love.
Tyrannical love is gonna be it. That's as much energy as I'm willing to put into the show today.
Tyrannical love. A reptile love story.
Hey Blake, yeah. We have modifiers that we still have to take care of on this episode.
Is there modifiers that we can fucking apply to this game? This crazy ass game?
There might be. Let me take a look while you explain what a modifier is to the audience.
So all right. So we have so on our wow, my brain is fried after trying to figure out all these names. On our Patreon, if you join as one of our little adorable, awesome, fun, cool, fucking sweet patron members, for $2 a month, you can join us on our private Discord where you can submit game modifiers, which basically just a themed thing that changes every month. Also join us for some, movie nights and games and all that other fun jazz. Okay.
How's it going, Blake? Gazer submitted Hank Hill as an unlockable character.
Hank Hill?
Yeah.
How is okay?
Like the beloved father from King of the Hill, Hank Hill.
But okay,
what I'm proposing to you is an unlockable character that is just a guy.
No, how about this? Our unlockable characters are dinosaur versions of these characters. So imagine Hank Hill in his blue jeans and white t-shirt and glasses and his crew cut, but he's just a T-Rex. Or he's fucking Fortnite did it, so can we. They just fucking put skins in a game and then said, hey, this is pay us money. So that's what we're doing. That's what the energy I'm bringing to this. So fucking another one from Gazer because it's so good. The goth girl of your dreams, the ones where you're presenting your final.
Stop, time out. I absolutely refuse to let you burn a goth girl of your dreams on this unlockable game.
What are you talking about? Like a fucking playing as a Stegosaurus that has Ramona Flowers hair, and all across their freaking sweet armored back is just stickers of various pop punk bands of the 1990s. Are you fucking kidding me? That is the goth girl of my dreams, AJ. If I was a dinosaur, of course.
Yeah, of course. Only if you were a dinosaur. It'd be weird if that was the goth girl of your dreams right now.
Only if I was a dinosaur. Okay, I got another one. That way we could do something that is a Gazer, as much as we love you, Gazer. Void Spooler, the Huddle from Inside, but with some fun googly eyes attached to make it less intimidating. So, this, you're going through this game, and you got a bunch of...
Hey, Blake, how the fuck do these unlockable characters change the game? Before you start proposing the Huddle from Inside...
I mean, fucking just stick with me in the bit. I didn't think about it. Okay, I'm just reading off.
You're just saying things that make you smile.
Okay, but now I'm gonna talk about how this affects the story, or it's hey, this is the game experience. So you're just playing the game. You've done 5 runs of this game, right? And during your last game, you realize that something kind of weird happened. Where you touch this weird little unlockable thing that you interacted with. You don't know what the hell that's about. But when you respawn on your next run, you didn't come out fully baked. You're just a bunch of different dinosaurs huddled into one globby glob with a bunch of different...
the Dino Ball, yeah.
The Dino Ball. And it has googly eyes on it, of course. That also,
well, it has googly eyes on it because it's a King's Crusade game. It needs to have some sort of portrait for you to play as and understand. So this will just be a big old nasty ball with like 8 different faces, but then a pair of googly eyes in the center of the frame, so you know where to be looking.
But we play on it on. So okay, let me just give you a little prompt. What do you think the stats of that ball are?
Max. Everything's max.
No.
Everything is so high.
No dino.
Charisma,
just max
passion.
fuckable. Max charisma. But it has no dino abilities. So everybody in this kingdom loves this ball. They want to kissy this ball. So whenever you spawn in as this ball, it's not that you have to convince anybody to love you, is that everybody loves you so much, they're going to war over you. And then this whole fucking all of these different medieval kingdoms are now fighting one another, and you basically walk into a hill.
And now you're trying to cut deals based on who loves you, and not
and you're just this giant glob of meat. Ugh, I love it.
Blake, I think this is a game, or at least as close as we're gonna get to.
What do we call it? We call Tyrannical Love. All right,
we're calling it Tyrannical Love.
I mean, that does sound like a fun Peter Schilling song, though. Tyrannical Love. Gonna teleport to the Jurassic. I don't know where I was going with that.
I'm gonna teleport to patch notes.
Ooh, nice segue.
Thanks.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to Patch Notes. And you know what? After discussing about it, we just don't fucking have anything to talk about. We just wanted to say, hope you're having a good night or morning.
I actually wanted to say fuck you.
No, what? What?
Yeah.
I said problematic, not. No, I said not. What's the word you used? I want to be problematic, not.
A dick bag?
No,
I don't remember.
You said something else, intolerant or something like that.
Oh yeah, that might have been it. No.
Jesus.
You know what, Blake? You can send them all the positive vibes you want. I'm sending them the exact same amount of energy, but in the opposite direction.
You're right. We are the two sides of the same coin. I'm
no,
good boy.
I think I'm
you're bad
sick
boy.
of it. Actually,
you sick of it?
I'm cutting loose.
You're cutting loose? Oh,
I'm done. I'm done with the facade.
Are you saving? Are these all of the things that you've been wanting to say for the past 3 years?
This is everything I've been wanting to say for the last 8 years. Hey, fuck you. No, I take it back. I'm not matching your energy. I want everybody to know that it is exactly at that level. No more excitement, no less excitement. Just that exact energy.
I hope,
and whatever that means to you, dear listener, that's what it means.
I hope you all had a fun time sitting with us in this wacky episode. We hope you have a safe week. See you later.
I have to do so much more unpacking still. See you later, suckers. No, wrong outro.
Give the bit.
As always, our intro and outro music is Cheap Shot by Anna Monoguchi, an excellent song from an excellent band for an excellent game. I have been one of your hosts, AJ Hart.
And I have been your other problematic host, Blake Rea. AJ's more problematic than me, though.
This has been Spiritual Successor, and these are cool games.
That should not be made, especially these. These are bad. Don't. No.
These were terrible.